So when are you happiest?
When I am the happiest, when I see people smiling, the sky is clear, there is no war, there is no refugees, there are no barriers. We have broken down the ghettos, and we are all living peacefully next to one another. It is only then and there that I would be truly happy from the bottom of my heart. Otherwise, I cannot laugh fully, or I cannot be happy 100% when I see there are still people who need help and we are not sharing.
I agree with that very much. What is your greatest fear?
What is my greatest fear? My daughter, her future. I hope that she's going to be as successful as she wants to be. I hope she's going to be as useful as she has to be. And I hope that she's going to live a healthy, happy life. That's my ultimate wish in this world. My other wishes, dreams, have come true, and this is the only one. And I guess I asked my mother once, I said, when am I going to be fully 100% sure that my daughter is going to be fine? And my mother said, never until you die. Being who she is, I call her Mother Courage. So you can imagine. She's right. That is something that we can never forget.
Most mothers would feel the same way, right?
They do. Mothers are mothers. Children really are like parts of our body. Like my daughter is, I keep telling her that every time she catches a cold, I call her and I say, are you okay? And she goes, Ma, how do you know? And I'm not feeling well. I said, no wonder why my arm was in pain. It is, absolutely. The connection is there. The physical connection, the mental connection, the universal connection, it's all there. It's just for us to feel it.
It is. What is your earliest memory?
My earliest memory would be my grandmother in pastel colors with her curly blonde hair out in the backyard laying out trays of sweets and tea, and it's right before dusk. We're expecting Grandpa to come in and tell us stories about the Second World War. Yes. Since I was 5 years old, I can clearly remember, because all the stories were so elaborate. My grandpa elaborated on the stories, and that's why I still remember some of those stories about the Second World War. I'm wondering if they were true, but he did such a great job. He was a great storyteller. Yes.
That's neat. If you could bring something extinct back to life, what would it be?
If I can bring something extinct back to the life, my father. I wish I could bring him back to life, and I wish I could have only, even for 48 hours. Just give me 48 hours with him again, so I can just sit there, watch him, and be proud of being his daughter.
He would be proud of you, I'm sure.
I hope he is proud of me. Yes. Thank you.
Who would play you in the film of your life if you couldn't do it?
If I couldn't play my life, who would do? Well, there are so many amazing Iranian actresses, but in this case it doesn't have to be Iranian. She doesn't have to be Iranian. She could be South American, Israeli. But I keep saying is the fact that with all these advanced technological gadgets, us living next to each other, breathing diversity, there should be no problem in telling stories together, regardless of our background, the color of our skin, or our accents. I'm just hoping that a wonderful actress will portray my life. Yes, I have to find the director first, yes.
Excellent. What did you want to be when you were growing up?
What did I want to be? Since childhood I wanted to be an actor, and I tell you why. I was 7 or 8 years old, I started looking at the members of the family, finding out how they behave, and then in our parties, in our family parties, I would mock each and every one of them, and I did such a great job that it made my uncle to call my mother and ask my mother, tell Shohreh not to do me in the future. I did such a great job. That's why I always wanted to be an actor. Always. But what made me to believe that I'm going to do this, it was Gone with the Wind. I was 16 years old, and we went to the Caspian Sea. My uncle lived there, and he had 6 daughters, just like Pride and Prejudice. Huge ranch. It was very, very much like mainland sort of style of living. And we all went to see Gone with the Wind, and I got out and I told my mother, I said, I am going to be an actress. And my mother said, not under our roof. It's not going to happen in our house. But I fought for it. I fought for it.
What book changed your life?
Oh my God, what book changed my life? A Stranger by Albert Camus. Camus, in this book, I've read all Camus' books. I'm in love with The Stranger and The Trial. But what I love about The Stranger is that because I was very young, I was 14 or 15 years old, and I came across this line that said, any young generation who is not a rebel is an insult to his own generation. I think, yes, I took that away, and it formed my personality.
So were you really young?
Or I was 14 or 15 years old. Yes. No, it was customary in Iran to read Flaubert or Camus, and it was a sign of intellectuality. You wanted to read these books and be able to talk about them in your parties, with intellectual people, and say, yes, I've read Camus, I know Camus, and yes, that's why. Stranger, yeah.
What is your guiltiest pleasure?
What is my guiltiest pleasure? Hamburger. I love McDonald's. I can't even tell you how much. My daughter says one of these days paparazzis are going to take a picture of you with half of McDonald's in your mouth. Look, shove in my mouth. Exactly. I can't help myself. I love it. And it's always driving. I just get it, and I can't even wait. I would start eating while driving, and with one hand, I'm having my hamburger, and with another, as soon as we stop by the red lights, I have some French fries. I can let go of the French fries. Love that.
I'll ask, if you could go back in time, where would you go?
If I could go back in time, where would I go? Late 18th century, when the progression starts, when technology starts its progression, when the modern world starts to become. Yes.
So thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Susie. Merci.